visionary, revolutionary. I'm a visionary, revolutionary.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Camilo Solomator, and I'm back with my stupendous co-host, KB the Mark.
Cause I'm a fucking mark for this shit.
Now, guys, I know you missed us. I know you missed our hot takes on the world of wrestling, but we had some personal problems to deal with. Now that we got those situated, we can jump back into give y'all weekly uploads. So today, we got Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Dynamite, Rampage, along with a premium live event. And then we ain't got no news this week, but I know you guys love KB and I hot takes. So we got a few for y'all at the end. We got Roman Reigns. He reportedly signed a new deal that's going to leave him as a part-time wrestler now. Also, we got changes to the Money in the Bank. It seems like it is changes. I kind of like them. I would love to hear KB take on that. And then this would probably be the stiller, but is Cody Rhodes' entrance boring now that it's with WWE? If any of those takes interest you guys, just stay tuned towards the end. I promise it's gonna be worth your while. Since we all basically, hey, if you're watching this, I'm assuming that you watched the week of wrestling, so we're not gonna spend so much time on it. But I'm gonna take the tables and turn it towards KB. You go ahead.
What week is this?
I want to say 19.
This week 19?
I want to say. Hello, there ain't nothing but a quick sec. Well, longer than a quick sec, depends on how my phone want to act.
Take your time. I want to.
Maybe we've been gone this long. We might as well take our time, right?
Yeah. I mean,
we've been gone 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we is in week 18. I was a week late. Week late, I should say. Yeah. We in week 18. Next week will be week 19, and then week 20 we have a surprise for you guys.
Week 18 of wrestling, and it was utter shit. From WWE, from AEW, from everywhere, wrestling was absolute dog shit.
Oh, I just thought about this. We less than 5 weeks away from quarter 2.
Yes. A lot. That's going to be a good one.
I would say that should let you know the fact that we didn't miss no weeks. Despite us having personal problems, we would have still got to y'all. But the fact that during during the quarter 1, we didn't miss no weeks. Quarter 2, we missed 2 weeks. So that kind of would tell you how quarter 2 is going so far.
Dog shit. Every fucking where in the world of wrestling. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump right into it. Monday Night Raw. Bloodline, RK Bro, Drew McIntyre opening segment. It started off like every Bloodline segment, just acknowledging the head of the table, the tribal chief, only to be interrupted by RK Bro, who would hit dual RKOs on Jimmy and Jay. Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Which then led to Drew McIntyre coming down with the sword. It took him 10 minutes to get down there. And then he dropped the sword and went in and started throwing hands with Roman Reigns. I did not like this segment. I was honestly bored. They got to do something to build to this amazing 6-man tag that just came out of nowhere.
Yes, I was gonna say I like how they snuck in and hit the Usos with the RKO. I like that because Riddle, he is really adapting his inner Viper as he's a Viper by choice because Randy is making him a Viper basically. But I like how they just came in and snuck that RKO in. That's the only part of this I like. The other part about it, it don't make sense because they spent like the last 2 months, month and a half, of creating this whole story around the Usos and RK Bro with the unifications tag titles, and then they just scrapped away and they just created a 6-man tag out of nowhere, and they're supposed to act like we the fans supposed to forget what happened like 2 weeks ago, that y'all was literally doing this unification shit. But that's it. I mean, there ain't nothing better. Like you said, it don't matter what promotion it is. Wrestling just been horrible like these past couple weeks.
Yeah. Moving on. One of the few bright spots on this show, we had Ezekiel and Street Profits, Kevin Owens, Alpha Academy backstage segment. Kevin Owens is still trying to get people to see that this is Elias and not Ezekiel, Elias's younger brother. This is probably like the next to Cody. This is probably like the best thing on Monday Night Raw. It gets funnier every week.
I was gonna say the thing that is fucking carrying Raw, in my opinion, for real, is Kevin Owens and this Ezekiel shit. Because it's just so fucking funny that everybody believes that this is Ezekiel but Kevin Owens. That is hilarious. And then also, that grew on me because at first I wasn't fucking with it. But and then also the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins shit. Like when Seth Rollins was cutting his promo and he was getting ready to show his video, and then you hear wrestling has more than one warrior family. And he was like, no! That shit it's just funny because I don't know. I guess I just love Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
They're funny. They're absolutely, in wrestling terms, they're hilarious. They can't get any funnier, any better than what they're doing now. But this led to a 6-man tag: Street Profits and Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens and Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy got the win. They had a lot of tag team matches on tonight. I kind of like the vibe. The match was fine. It didn't overstay its welcome. Did its job. Got KO and Alpha Academy a win. I like it.
It did what it needed to do.
We then had
the show though.
No, nothing could help the show. Nothing could help the show. We then had an AJ Styles backstage segment where he was hyping up his match against Damian Priest. I thought it was every AJ Styles backstage interview. Nothing special.
Nah.
Yeah. Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville backstage segment next, where Adam Pearce told Sonya Deville that she would be in the main event 6-woman tag team match and she will be stripped of her powers for the night. I don't like where this storyline is going. I honestly feel it would be better with Sonya Deville still in her position as a GM.
I get my take on how I think they should have did this whole. It ain't even got to be with Bianca Belair, but just how they did the whole Sonya Deville story when it started with Naomi. How they should have did it. I don't think that she should still be GM at this moment. That she should have been a full-time competitor, and they should have did it the way how I said. How it should have been. You basically giving us a bad name. So basically, we setting you up a match, and if you lose the match, you fired. But not a fire that's from the company. You fire as being the upper management, basically being the head of the in the office. You are now a wrestler. So that's what I think they should have did it with. But I mean, they can still do it like that now. But no one knew they're not gonna do it. They're gonna carry this shit on as long as they can.
Yeah, unfortunately. Moving on, we had Veer Mahan versus Bert Hansen. And Bert Hansen cut a promo. The hometown boy. He couldn't turn down this opportunity to be in WWE in his hometown. Mm-hmm. I love the promo.
I liked it. But I had tagged you in a few things on Twitter, and I agree with it. One was that if WWE keep this up, they can give Veer Mahan could be the modern day Umaga. How Umaga was very strong when he became Umaga. When he went from Jamal to Umaga. When he first came in, he was very strong. Like, I believe he went undefeated for like his first 2 years. I believe so.
Let me stop you there. Veer Mahan ain't got the Veer Mahan doesn't have the same charisma that an Umaga had.
No,
so let me stop you there.
It's not about the charisma. It's about the terms of booking. The way WWE booking them, they can book them in that same way. They are booking Veer Mahan to be some type of monster.
First off, Veer Mahan can lose the clothesline because that's the worst looking clothesline I've ever seen. If he want to do a clothesline, tell him to go get trained by JBL. There's no way you can have JBL within the same company you work for and you throwing a clothesline like it's a wind up pitch. The fuck is that? The fuck is that?
It makes sense.
It doesn't make sense.
They're using his baseball background into his moveset.
Salamander, his finisher is the cervical clutch. You know what I think of when I hear cervical? Cervix.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But
what?
It just sort of like
there's
a reason why he haven't faced really WWE jobbers yet. He did the Mysterios, but that's the long term story. So by the time they play that shit back, whatever we have a problem with should already be fixed.
He'll never be over. Every time he comes out, it's crickets.
He don't need to be over. Omos, same shit. Veer Mahan, Omos on the same boat.
First off, Omos is 7'4".
That's the only difference. But
Veer Mahan is like what, 6'3".
And what do you hear with Omos music here? Crickets. They in the same thing. The only difference is the height. But the way the terms of booking, how they trying to book these two to be the next monsters, that's what it's going to be.
He'll never be the next Umaga. He won't even scratch. There's no way. He won't even get past the floorboards.
Let's see if he go by August, if he's still undefeated. That's the terms of booking where they're going towards him being that feared competitor.
He's going to.
Well, Umaga came out, ain't nobody cheered or booed.
They booed.
They was feared. They was fearful.
They booed.
They're trying to build that fearfulness on them.
There's no. Why do I need to fear Veer Mahan for that wind up clothesline or the cervical clutch?
The clutch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. But the other thing I tagged you in was that WWE reportedly contacted Matt Jackson to job out for Veer Mahan because I guess he was still somebody didn't update the list and he was still on the list as local jobbers and shit.
I know for a fact that the AEW Young Bucks pictures is banned, so I know that ain't true.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen the reports and I was like, "What?
I saw
who fucked up?"
First off, I saw the account. That's a troll account.
Okay, I fell for it.
Yeah, you did.
I fell for it. That's the same thing I tweeted. I tweeted, "What the fuck?" I fell for it. But guys, if you don't follow us on Twitter, names is dropped right here.
AJ Styles versus Damian Priest. AJ Styles got the win. I thought this was a very good match and you needed AJ Styles to win. I just hate that they put themselves in this lose-lose situation. Because Damian Priest shouldn't have took a pinfall loss here. I'm sorry, not a pinfall loss. He shouldn't have taken a loss, period. He shouldn't have took a loss, period, here. But I understand why AJ Styles needs the win.
In WWE terms, you already running this AJ Styles and Edge at WrestleMania Backlash, so there's no need for him to pick up the win against Edge right now. So he had to face the next best thing to him, which is his protege, basically. But I agree, Damian Priest didn't need to lose at all. But also at the same time, in WWE terms, if you lose with a roll-up, you basically still made strong. It didn't affect you. You basically could count that loss as if it didn't count in WWE terms.
I'll give you that. Post-match, Edge jumps Styles. Finn Balor comes down for the save. You know,
he had his jacket though.
Who, Finn?
Shouldn't he came out already ready? Shouldn't he came out with his trunks and like his ring gear minus the jacket?
He wasn't booked.
Still, I mean, you about to come out and make the save. You would think you would throw the jacket off while you running down the ring, down the ramp into the ring. He just kept his jacket on. I know he was limited to how to lift up his arms and shit.
I mean, honestly, how long does Finn Balor have there?
Yeah. I mean, we don't know yet, but I'm guessing it. If y'all heard the last podcast of the newscast that we got together on, I am predicting that Finn Balor is the next one that's gonna be part of the next mass release. I don't like anybody losing their jobs, but the way they utilize them, I could just tell. Shit, they shocked us the last like 2 years with these big names, but we'll see, man. We'll see. It's always one person on that list that shock us. Oh,
that is true. That's
always,
very true.
and it be the person. And nowadays, it be the person who was just on fucking TV 2 days ago. For real.
Moving on, Cedric Alexander, Omos MVP backstage segment. Next, Cedric Alexander wants to rejoin MVP or get the services of MVP. Says he's challenged the Almighty to a match. MVP says that him and Omos will be looking at that, and then Omos kicked him out. Thought it was good.
The only people that's really carrying this whole thing, the real story is really MVP and Bobby Lashley. Hopefully this will be a story of telling like MVP back in ring return, and hopefully we will get that one-on-one match with Bobby Lashley and MVP. Everyone else just pawns in this storyline, but this storyline is really MVP and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. Miz TV next with Mustafa Ali in Theory. I thought this was an excellent episode of Miz TV. I don't like the jabs. I hate when, and you know what? Before I continue, I'm gonna ask this question that I want you to really answer. What's the deal that they made with, or what do you think the deal is that they made with Mustafa for him to come back? Maybe something like, hey, you come back, give us a year, we'll release you.
Nah, he gonna work this feud, then he gonna be released.
You think so?
The first feud for Austin Theory as United States Champion, that'd be a good ass feud plus a good ass match with Mustafa Ali. And plus, with, you never know. They probably did say that. They probably didn't let him know, but WWE probably will do that after they get this feud out of him. Boom, we don't need nothing else from him. I'll release him. But they probably, well, shit, Mustafa Ali, you on TV now, and you know basically what you done. You're not signing back, so why not give it your all every time you're on screens? That way you can be bringing up your value until you become a free agent. So shit, you never know. But I think after this feud, they're gonna release him. He's gonna be part of the next releases.
So with Miz TV, I don't like how they had him taking jabs at him trying to leave. Like, that's the one thing I do hate about WWE. Like, you don't have to acknowledge what happens off camera. We all know, we're fans. But then it led to Theory coming out and giving Mustafa Ali a championship contenders match, which turned out to be a handicap match. Miz and Theory versus Mustafa Ali. Miz and Theory got the win. Ciampa comes in and jumps Ali as well. I think they're going to get 2 feuds out of him.
Mm-hmm. Or they're just going to bury him on his way out.
I mean, we all knew that was coming.
I mean, that's explains why he was in a handicap match, and then why Tommaso Ciampa came out and then did what he did. You know, Tommaso Ciampa came out on social media basically saying that he gonna do what he have to do. If he gotta work a comedy gimmick, he gonna do it because this is where he want to be. So they sent Tommaso Ciampa back out there to basically bury him as well, because he'd be like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be basically shit don't go your way. You want to run into the other company until shit goes your way. That's basically how they treat him. So he's gonna get buried on his way out. He's gonna lose this feud, and then if they use it for another feud, he's gonna lose that feud. But in the feuds, he's gonna be made like he look weak. Watch. We all know what WWE do.
Next up, we got 24/7 shenanigans. Dana Brooke versus Nikki Ash. Nikki Ash is the 24/7 champion because Dana Brooke got pinned before Raw even started. So now we got this match. Dana Brooke won. Then a whole bunch of 24/7 shenanigans happens. Dana Brooke says she wants a divorce from Reggie. They just burning through it.
So you already know how I feel.
Just burning through it.
I do not like the soap opera bullshit on my wrestling television. Neither Nikki Ash ain't been wrestling on TV ever since her and Rhea Ripley broke up and they had that little feud. Dana Brooke, I ain't seen her wrestle on TV since I don't know when.
Dana Brooke has been a constant on Raw for about the past month and a half.
Wrestle though.
Yeah, she's had a couple of matches. They just end within 90 seconds.
Not with the 27 shit. I am talking about really match. She haven't been on Raw wrestling. I don't know when. Reggie ain't been wrestling on Raw since he was with Nia Jax. After they did that little shit with him and Nia Jax, they just threw him in this shit, and he been doing this shit since. Akira Tozawa, I ain't seen him wrestle since 205 Live. I don't want to see this shit.
Next up, we had a Becky Lynch backstage segment next where she was talking about this was going to be her comeback story, and Asuka's trying to ruin it. Becky Lynch has truly entered a dark side. You love to see this type of character development with her and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I like how even when during the Premium Live event, she tweeted out when she was Raw Women's Champion, she defended the championship on every Premium Live event. And I was like, it's not Bianca's fault, but I agree. I mean, even though this is only the first one, but still, you gotta prove a point. But I blame WWE. I mean, for a Premium Live event, you had one title match.
And it didn't even main event.
But I kind of get it though, because WrestleMania Backlash is really basically the rematch for WrestleMania. But shit, you could have gave us motherfucking Bianca and Becky too. Or that been 3. Then yeah. And we already know Bianca was gonna win, but shit, they could have put on a hell of a fight. Then after this, we could really solidify like the feud is over now, and then now Becky could fight Asuka.
They don't give a fuck.
They really don't. Really don't. And then on top of that, one title match on the whole Premium Live event. You could have even put the fucking your mid-card titles, Awesome Theory, Ricochet on there, but no. So that still kind of show you that I save it for later. I mean, this intertwines with Roman going part-time, so I'm gonna save what I have to say until we get on that topic.
I don't know why you are thinking they're gonna do anything like that. They don't get the mid-card titles didn't even make the granddaddy of them all. Why do you think they're gonna make Backlash?
That's true. I have my hopes set high for no reason.
You put too much faith in this company.
Yeah. We
had the Seth Rollins Appreciation Night. I thought this was fan-fucking-tastic. Mac Marvelous. Just sitting there, just listening to them sing his theme song to, like you said earlier, getting ready to show his video package. And who should it be other than Mr. Nightmare himself, the man who ended racism, Cody Rhodes.
And it's fucking funny.
It's hilarious. Cody fucking Rhodes comes out to interrupt Seth Rollins, which then leads to them fighting. And I thought this was actually really good from Cody, because he even tried to give Seth Rollins his flowers, but Seth Rollins, being the arrogant man that he is, he wouldn't have accepted it anyway.
Right.
So everything that Cody Rhodes was saying, it was true. I love this segment. What did you think of it?
I fucking loved it. Like, it's like I stated earlier, it was just something about Seth when he just got interrupted by Cody. He was just like, no. And I just thought that was a swell fucking. You know, other people, they would just sit there, put the mic down, and sit there and look straight until they come out. Because you know you got that big gap until he actually comes out too. So I would have liked that or it would have been funny if he would have kept talking and shit until the pyro hit, and then the music started hitting and shit. I think that would have been funny if he would have kept talking till the music started playing.
See, I'm gonna save this point for later. When we actually talk about Cody Rhodes. The Almighty, Bobby Lashley versus Cedric Alexander. This was god awful. I do not like. WWE always knows how to ruin a good thing. You hear the extra shit they tried to put at the beginning of the Almighty's music. I don't like it. It's god fucking awful.
I don't know why they beat, bruh. Bobby, he has to have something bigger planned out later on. because he was WWE champion. They took it off of him, put it on Big E. They seen that was a wrong call, so they was trying to put it back on him. But nah, they panicked because Roman caught COVID, so they put Brock in that match. Seth Rollins was supposed to win, so he was gonna go in a different direction with that, and I guarantee that there was gonna be Seth Rollins, possibly Cody at the WrestleMania for the title. Probably not. It's probably gonna be Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley, and then Bobby's probably gonna go over on WrestleMania and win the title back. And then that's when they seen that they did a tease, and then they was like, you know what? Let's set up Bobby and Brock. Bobby been asked for it. Let's go ahead and do it. They gave it to us at Royal Rumble. Bobby won, just for them to take it off of him during Elimination Chamber, just for him to come back at Mania to fight Omos like he wasn't just champion 2 months ago. So I can understand if it was like, all right, boom, all right, that's set. They got a match for it. Okay, boom. Fight Omos, boom, I win. I let everybody know I'm back in action. That's it. No more Omos. He's out the picture. Now I'm about to face my eyes on Roman. Now we turn this feud between Roman and Drew to Roman, Drew, and Bobby. That's how you intertwine Raw into that feud as well. And then, because Bobby, his thing is, you have my title that I probably never lost. You beat Brock. You need to beat me. Feel me? And then Drew, well, I'm second in line over here, make it a triple threat. That's how they should have did it. I don't know. Or they could have just did it when he came back and made his intentions known that he was coming back at Mania. They could have said, fuck it. At the go home show, had like how y'all had Raw, on Raw, y'all had Roman and Brock do that shit. Could have had him interrupt both of them and basically make his intentions known, and then had Adam Pearce come out some shit, set up the winner take all match of triple threat. That's how you could have did it. That way when Roman picked up the win, he pinned Brock anyway. Bobby is still strong because he didn't take the pinfall loss. And now if he's doing this other shit afterwards and they setting up Roman and Drew, it makes sense of why Bobby not in the picture. I don't know. Maybe that's too simple for them. That's why they decided to do all this other extra shit. I don't know. I'm telling you, they got people who write TV and movies as they writers, and people who don't understand anything about wrestling is the people who's writing this shit. You can't tell me from how shit was back in the early 2000s, even the early 2010s. SmackDown 2016 was lit. So they did it before, even recently. So you could tell the people who they hire is television writers. They don't know nothing about wrestling. And it's obvious. The only entertaining shit you got is the people who probably got creative control of where they character goes. Roman, Cody, probably Seth. You could tell the people who kind of got a direction or input of some shit. But the rest of the shit, you can tell it's just bullshit.
Main event: Becky Lynch, Sonya Deville, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair. Asuka, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair got the win. I thought this was a good main event. Nothing about this really stood out to me. What did stand out? Sonya Deville taking a pinfall.
You know what stands out? Do I even need to say it because I said it so many times before? We got all of our women. Let's go ahead and just throw them in one whole thing and say fuck it. That way they can't say we ain't had no women on today's show. And this is Raw. This is not SmackDown. SmackDown, I 2 hours, I'll give it to you. Raw is a fucking 3-hour show. You have 2 women's segments, 3 if you want to count the Nikki Ash backstage shit, and then the 24/7 match. But I'm counting it as one. So we had 2 women's segment in a 3-hour show. Let's give Veer Mahan 5 minutes in the ring. Let's give Men's TV 30 minutes. And then let's get these women's the last 5 minutes of the show. Give women wrestling a chance.
I mean, they all got an entrance, Salamander. They all got an entrance.
That's why it was the last 5 minutes. Y'all all about to get an entrance. But the match, once y'all get in the ring, the bell ring, we need y'all to hurry this shit up. That's basically what they said before they went out. I'm gonna let y'all choose. Y'all either want time in the ring or y'all want to come out and have everybody see y'all entrance on TV. Which one?
But Becky Lynch said they got the best women's division in the world.
He has to say that shit. She employed. You think she gonna be like, nah, yeah, we trash, man. We ain't got the women. Yeah, AEW women's division way better than ours. Nah, she worked for WWE, so of course she gonna say we got the best one. Just like if you in the NBA, you ain't gonna say, nah, our team trash. In the beginning of the season, everybody believed they could go to the finals. Same way. If you with WWE, you believe y'all got the best roster. Especially if you a high person WWE. If you like a mid card acting WWE or a person really don't get utilized, yeah, I can see you hating and be like, nah, we could use some fixing. Nah, AEW do got the better women roster. But nah, if you a higher up or whatever, yeah, you got a name in WWE, yeah, you gonna protect them at all costs. That's like John Cena saying, man, AEW, what they got going over there is great. I can see them overtaking WWE in a few years. Nah, he ain't gonna ever say he won't give them their props because he's not like signed with nobody, but he ain't about to shit on WWE. You gotta say that.
Monday Night Raw 5.
I'll meet you there. This whole week been trash.
I
this whole week like a 6.
Yeah, but NXT 2.0 had the best thing going.
Fuck that. They had the key to lines hit.
Santos Escobar, Legado del Fermi. You know, to sit down. It was beautiful. But breezing through NXT 2.0, we had the North American Championship match. Cameron Grimes beat Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. Nathan Frazier beat Grayson Waller. Cora Jade and Nikita Lyons beat Natalya Lash Legend. The Creed brothers beat the Viking Raiders. And Braun Breaker defended the NXT Championship against Joe Gacy. Moving on to AEW Dynamite, we started off with the Owen Hart Foundation qualifying match, Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Fish. I thought this was a very good opening match between two experienced workers.
Bobby Fish and Jeff Hardy. I ain't know I need this. This is good though. I like how Adam Cole was on commentary. Sting and Darby Allin, I like how they watched from the stands and shit. You know, they was there observing because I think in the near future they're gonna set up a Hardy Boys versus Sting and Darby Allin match here in the future. The Avalanche Falcon Arrow that Bobby Fish did to Jeff Hardy, fucking marvelous. I'm telling you, I didn't really know that I needed this match, and it feels so fucking good to see Jeff Hardy hit a wrist in the win because I haven't seen this shit since like 2009.
Well, you know, it's like I always said, and I was going to say this about the FTR match. It's always the matches that Tony Khan just springs on us, and we look at it, we're like, I don't know if I want to see that, GK. They knock it out the park.
Man.
This was very, very, very good. We had a William Regal Blackpool Combat Club video package, which then led into the Andrade Family Office versus the Blackpool Combat Club. BCC got the win. I thought this was great. I don't know if you heard, but those trios titles are done. We're just waiting for Kenny Omega to come back to TV.
I think he's gonna come back on Double or Nothing. They say he's not, but I think he is. I think that he been had on surgeries, and basically he just working us that way he could get like that John Cena pop in 08 at the Royal Rumble and shit. Cause now we thinking like, all right, since they said that he did get the surgery, he just got it and shit. Then he should be out till at least September or August or something. That's what we thinking. But he gonna show up so that way they could be like, oh, he's Superman. He got the surgery in April and he back within less than a month. I think they're gonna try to do some shit like that.
I can see that. We then had a Jurassic Express Team Taz segment next.
Jungle Boy is challenging Ricky Stocks for the FTW title. I can honestly see Jungle Boy winning.
He's growing on me. Jungle Boy's growing on me. I can't say nothing bad.
How can you not like Jungle Boy Jack Perry?
He's growing on me. He is. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
I'm ready to talk about this next one.
We had Wardlow versus a mystery opponent. Who was this mystery opponent? All we know is that MJF said he's 7 feet tall and you can't teach that. Who could it be? Music hits it is none other than Impact's W. Morrissey, formerly known as Big Cass. And he looked fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's a rumor going around he impressed WWE scouts. I hope he turned them down. Don't go back.
I mean, if he go back, he might get treated with that Drew McIntyre shit though. I mean, if you think about Big Cass and Drew McIntyre, they kind of was in the same predicament when they first ran WWE. I mean, besides Drew McIntyre being named the chosen one, and obviously having the McMahons on his back, but I mean, shit, he got released because he didn't live up to it. Then what? He made a name for it. He got in tremendous shape, made a name for himself on the Indies, came back, made a bang. What W. Morrissey do? Got released. He had some downfalls, got him back up. He got in tremendous shape, and he making a name for himself on the Indies. Yeah, you never know. He might come back and get that respect that he deserves. I mean, they want a 7-foot giant. Omos doesn't work out. Who would you go for? You gotta come with the respect with you, because you can work, and you was here before. So you know what we expect. You got your shit together. Now it's time for us to come correct to you. That's how it might go.
But he can make that same money on the Indies.
He could, but will he get the same spotlight, basically the same recognition? Probably not.
I'd say he get.
Our fans will know him, but not he has a chance to make himself a household name in WWE. Basically, that's what I'm saying. In the Indies, diehard fans that actually follow wrestling, that will know him. But for him to be a household name, yeah. But it might take him a few more years to make that money in WWE, where he can make that shit in a year.
I wouldn't sign to AEW because they don't treat their giants right. But I would say make it on the Indies, stay with Impact.
You don't know. I mean, shit. You thought Kevin Owens was jump shit.
So
he did.
That's fine. KO can stay. KO can stay with as much talent as you guys have given up, and cuts are coming. Who knows? Old Finn's on that next round of cuts. You know,
I wouldn't mind though if Finn leave, because if he leave, that will honestly be one of the ones. Instead of me being like, "Oh no, why they do that?" Finn would actually be one of the ones I'm like, you know what, good for him. I was like, you know what, this is the best thing that could happen.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Wardlow got the win. He only hit one power bomb. I kind of expected that because you don't want to bury one of your biggest giants on Impact Wrestling. Mm-hmm. So I kind of understood the one power bomb. I really wasn't looking for him to hit a symphony. Like, I didn't need to see him dominate W. Morrissey. I just needed to see him just get a win. We then had post-match where Wardlow beat up all the security, demanded that he get a match with MJF. MJF said he would, but there are going to be some stipulations, and we're doing that in none other than Long Island, New York. Once again, we're going to go into the realm of MJF, the babyface.
It's gonna be some bullshit that Wardlow gonna have like his hands tied behind his back, or one hand, or some shit. It's gonna be some shit like that, and then in the match, he gonna be smacking on Wardlow, and Wardlow gonna get pissed and gonna break whatever's tying him up, and then all hell's gonna break loose, and then he gonna he gonna play the, well, you won by default, you cheated or whatever like that. Then that's gonna set up the big match, what's gonna lead into MJF basically not be able to leave and escape basically. So I think that's what it's gonna end up leading up to.
Yeah, I can't wait. Only thing that I don't like, but I like at the same time, is MJF being a babyface. It's like I've only seen it when this happens this upcoming Wednesday. It'll be twice, but it's kind of weird going to Long Island and seeing the guy who is typically booed out of every arena cheered and like the hometown hero, and Wardlow's gonna get booed out of the arena with no music. All you're gonna hear is boos.
It is, but it makes sense though. For him to be booed in every city he touched, and the only city he get cheered in is his hometown. So that makes sense. And I like that aspect of it. Like, all heels get booed everywhere but their hometown. That would be sweet. But just imagine what type of heel you gotta be to get booed everywhere, even your hometown.
I think MJF can do it.
Yeah.
It's just better. It's just because he's booed everywhere else, it's good to see him go home and actually be loved.
Yeah.
Tony Storm, Ruby Soho, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter backstage segment next. They were hyping up the tag team match on Rampage. We then had the Hangman Adam Page promo, cowboy shit promo. Love this. Came off heel, said that he was not going to shake CM Punk's hand. The way that everybody's thinking is going to go, it's not going to go. He's going to beat his ass and will pretty much walk out AEW champion. And you know what's crazy? I believe him.
I'm glad that we finally getting the CM Punk push for this title, because he CM Punk have did his dues. Has it been a year since he's been under contract?
Coming up in September.
So yeah, so he basically did his dues in these last 9 months or so. I think it's about time for him to push, because he's been gone for so long. So it's like, well, if you didn't want the sky push him to the moon, what else to do? You have him, take a seat back. The title by the time when he was in the thing, and when he came last September, the title already changed hands before. So now that you got a new champion, he basically worked 2 to 3 feuds already as champion. So why not? It's time. CM Punk, he had dream matches, and he worked a couple feuds. His major feud was MJF. Now he got that shit behind him. What's next for CM Punk? It's the title. That was the only thing holding him back, was the MJF shit. We had to address it. Now that we addressed it, what's next? The title.
So there's only one way I want to see this title change hands, and that's if CM Punk goes heel. But you have to do the Stone Cold Bret Hart finish. You have to, because I don't want to see Hangman take it. I don't want to see Hangman tap, and I don't want to see him take a pinfall loss. So if he passes out while CM Punk's got the sharpshooter locked in,
but they done that so many times.
I don't think CM Punk should be winning this belt right now. Period. I think he should lose. But if you're going to pull it, it's got to be something very, very, controversial.
So last time CM Punk was champion, that was the best time in the motherfucking world. 2011, you can't tell me 2011 was a bad year in wrestling. Was that
good?
Yeah. So imagine what he could do for AEW, being their main champion. We be back to the mic bombs, all that shit. Yes, we ready. AEW, they need something that will put them over the edge, put the belt on CM Punk. That's what they need. That's the missing piece right there. They thought it was Cody Rhodes. It's CM Punk. CM Punk is a missing piece. CM Punk is gonna treat this company how the way he should have carried. Like, he carried a WWE on his back without the recognition. AEW, he's gonna do the same, but he's gonna get the recognition. If that makes sense.
Yes.
He's going to main event AV pay-per-view. He's gonna be on weekly television with the title, building prestige to it, and he might fuck around and break the most title defenses with the AEW World Title.
I can see that. Definitely can see that. But I don't think that should happen right now. I'm hoping that there's some type of swerve, and that even if Hangman turns heel to retain, I think that's better than CM Punk winning.
Even a person that takes the belt off of CM Punk would be Samoa Joe.
It's MJF.
I don't want to see that again. I would rather have it MJF end up gaining the title and then CM Punk is chasing him for it.
You just don't want CM Punk to lose to MJF again. That's all right, bro. CM Punk is a made man. CM Punk is a made man. We have Santana versus Chris Jericho, the grudge match. You know, Chris Jericho continues to impress me every time I see him in the ring.
I'm kind of over this feud, though.
Why? They just set Eddie Kingston on fire last week.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of over this feud, though. I don't know. Because I thought, like, last time, like, I thought it was really over when they finally got their hands on each other, but I guess not. I don't know.
Well, that was just the start of it. Chris Jericho turned heat. We still haven't even gotten a 6-man tag yet. We still running it singles. This got about 3 more months going.
Oh, hell no. I thought it was going to be, I was hoping for a double or nothing to be over.
Oh, hell no. We can stretch this to All Out.
Oh, too long.
No, it's not. We can stretch it to All Out or one of the TV specials in July. Matter of fact, we can blow it off at a big 4th of July celebration.
Too long.
He's just a hater. Post-match, after Chris Jericho got the win, they beat down Ortiz. We then had a promo from Samoa Joe saying that he's coming for Jay Lethal. The Gun Club and the Acclaimed are teaming up. Now, here's something that I got a lot to say about. Next up, we had the Varsity Blondes House of Black segment next. And I really like this segment. I like this segment. I saw on the internet a lot about the right speed. This is something you let simmer. You don't really boil it. You let it simmer slowly. Let it get there. And a lot of people are complaining, wondering why she didn't hit Griff Garrison with the chair, because she doesn't have a problem with Griff. She's got a problem with Brian Pillman. I think that was a great extra little bit of storytelling in that subtle movement. But what did you think of it?
It's obvious that, Julia Hart, she's gonna join the House of Black. But I don't know. See, my problem with AEW, it seems like they take long-term story booking, yeah, but it seems like they take fucking forever for the attentions to be known for certain shit. Like, they be teasing this shit forever. So, alright, when is she finally gonna join the House of Black? Like, how many times can you tease this shit and all this stuff before the House of Black start looking like the Ministry of Darkness?
No, I agree. And I do agree with everything you said, because I do feel like they take a little bit of time on everything, and not everything needs long-term storytelling.
Yeah, like, you could easily tell a feud or a story within 60 days.
Yes.
Within 2 months, you can easily tell a story and tell us, like, at least set the direction of the story within 60 days. Instead of telling, like, I swear they be doing this shit since the beginning of the year. This Julia Hart shit began teased. It's already 5 months. Like, y'all still doing the same shit. Like, how long does she gotta keep? Basically, when is the Varsity Blondes gonna realize that you can't save her? Go ahead and let her go over there or whatever. Like, now I'm starting to call them dumb. Cause it's like, come on, you be dealing with this shit for basically 5 months. Like, when is it gonna be over?
Yeah. Moving on to another outstanding Owen Hart qualifying match: Dante Martin versus Ray Phoenix. This is a match of the year contender. These two put on a show. First off, it's very good to see Ray Phoenix back in the ring. Let's start there. Very good. He still has the same lightning quickness, everything that he had before he left. He looks good. I think he needs Well, I'm not sure if he's been working on the cardio. I'm pretty sure he has, but you can tell the cardio's not fully there. But that's okay. That's fine. But he still looked like Ray Phoenix of old, and that's what I enjoyed the most.
Yeah, first match back. You know, he got to take it easy a little bit. But the question is they gonna team him back up with Pentagon, or they gonna keep him as singles?
Now you got to put him back with Death Triangle. Those trios titles are here now. We've been holding off Death Triangle for so long, and people have been saying, like, why don't you do more with them? Because we want them, but they're better as a trio. And we want them to hold trios gold. But with this match and Ray Phoenix getting the win, we finally have the Owen Hart Foundation brackets. We have Ray Phoenix versus Kyle O'Reilly, Samoa Joe versus the Joker, a mystery opponent. Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin, Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood. What do you think of this, and what do you think of the brackets, and who do you think is going to be the Joker?
I think the Joker is gonna be. All right, I'm not gonna put my bets on a new superstar because I'm like, AEW had enough. How many times can you debut somebody before it be like, all right, y'all, what about the people you got already? You feel me? I think it's gonna be a returning superstar. Who's the Joker going up against?
Samoa Joe.
Miro.
See, I'm thinking it's a returning superstar, but I'm looking at who's above them, Kyle O'Reilly. What if it's the return of the cleaner sooner than what we think?
Nah, he's gonna save it until they make the announcement for trio titles.
So listen, Adam Cole's in this. You can get Cole and Omega in the final.
I don't know.
That sounds like a double, because the finals are taking place at Double or Nothing. That's a Double or Nothing match. And you can argue I know they're going to put the World Championship on last, but you can argue that that's a pay-per-view main event between those two.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I don't know who the Joker's going to be. I can see Miro. But do you want Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor television champion, losing to Miro?
Dude, he don't have to lose. It could be, they could both take a thing, but if they both like take like a disqualification or count on loss or some shit, cause they bang it, and that's what disqualify them. And that way you could probably do the Kenny Omega and he get placed into the next round, since that means that, you know, Kyle O'Reilly will probably have a bow round or whatever. So you can have him go up against another Joker. Like, they could put that aspect like, well, since this happened, we're gonna set you up against a Joker, then Kyle, and then it could be Kenny at that point.
Okay. Darby Allin, Sting promo next, hyping up Darby Allin and Jeff Hardy's match. We then had Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb setting up their match for their pay-per-view match, Double or Nothing. I like this promo back and forth between them. Only if I had to give it a critique, I felt like Thunder Rosa was a little bit nervous.
Mm-hmm.
She was responding to everything that Serena Deeb was saying, not really giving her an opportunity to talk. I felt like something felt off about Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I mean, it's her first major programming as a champion.
I guess. Ring of Honor Women's Championship in the main event of Dynamite. Champions Deonna Purrazzo versus Mercedes Martinez.
This is a stiff fucking match.
Very stiff.
Stiff as, I didn't know if you thought of Ronda and fucking, no, I'm wrong. You thought fucking Charlotte and Nia Jax match was stiff. No, that was stiff because they had ego problems. This is stiff as in, we know what we doing, we put on the show. Let's give these fans a fucking show. It was good.
Very good.
I think this was match of the night for real.
I'm
gonna give it to the women on this one.
Do you
At
feel
least
like
it wasn't no 5 minute shit that we got on Monday.
Did you feel like the crowd was quiet?
Yeah, like they won't. If you got a quick women's match, they all loud. Y'all don't believe in women. Y'all don't give them a chance, so forth and so forth. Then you get some good shit like this, they're quiet. Just like in WWE, you get a good ass technical match. They bitch and complain about not getting technical matches and shit like that. Then when you get one, quiet, you don't appreciate it. AEW, you get a technical match and stuff, they appreciate it, and then it's like you get that same terms on in the women's aspect. These women like, this is a good ass match. There ain't nobody had to bleed or nothing. And Rosa and Britt Baker on the other hand, I believe if you take the blood out of that match not that good. Like, it's still good. It's not 5-star, 4.5 maybe, but it's not 5. You put the blood in there, it made it 5. See, like certain, like in a match like that, you had to and shit like that. But now, this aspect, you know, you got two women who could go. They can throw down. You got two good sized women who could throw down, give stiff hits, put on a show. That's what they did. I say it made invented for a reason. This is the match of the night for me.
I love this match. I didn't think they were that quiet. If anything, I felt like they were really watching the match. They were really into it. And
they was quiet. This ain't Japan. We all know it's only the Japan people. If you watching the match over there and it's quiet, because they treat it like a sport. If we quiet over here in America, it's because it's boring. That's what they thought. They thought the match was boring. I was highly entertained though.
AEW Dynamite 5.
Yep. I'll tell you, this whole week probably get like a 6.
Yeah. Friday Night SmackDown. We were supposed to get Charlotte versus Aaliyah, but that didn't even happen because Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey decided to throw fisticuffs. It was absolute dog shit. Absolutely boring.
When you got a premium live event, either on Saturday or on Friday, or either on Saturday or Sunday, 9 times out of 10, that SmackDown just gonna be a recap of what you gonna see on at during that premium live event. That's really what that is. This SmackDown, we ain't really get shit. We got a few matches for shit that we really don't care. Then from there, it was really to set up everything for this Sunday. That was really it.
Yeah, it was just so boring. I think that was what made it worse. It's like they tried to make this first angle on SmackDown good, but it wasn't good. It was just very boring.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks versus Shayna Baszler. Naomi's got her arm taped up. Shayna Baszler got the win here. I really wasn't a fan of this match.
Cause it was like basically that roll-up shit. But I'm glad Shayna finally picked up a win though. But there you go. You have your champions losing on TV. They always find themselves back in the same circle.
All the fucking time. And now I don't know what I believe about the reports of her and Ronda making a team.
That will probably be the only time they will actually take the tag division serious in the women's division. It's because, you know, you can't fuck up because you got Ronda.
You know, we'll get to it when we get there. We had the Usos backstage segment next, hyping up the face-off that they're going to have later on. RK Bro does the same thing. We then have a happy talk with Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. Madcap Moss pretty much tried to roast Happy Corbin about his shirts and everything else. This is one of the feuds that I wish was over. This is boring.
Most of the shit was, for real.
And I guess Madcap Moss, they think Madcap Moss is over, but he's not over. He's just in there against Baron Corbin.
All they gotta do is just turn him back to Roger Ross. What was his name?
Riddick Moss.
Yeah, Riddick Moss. Riddick Moss. That's all. That's it.
Drew Gulak decided to get back into the ring. But who is his opponent? Salamander, I said Gulak's in the ring. Mystery opponent. It can only be none other than the Ring General. And who came out? The Ring General. Gunther. And he pretty much destroyed Drew Gulak. Hope he's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah. He's probably gonna move. He's probably gonna take he's probably taking a producer role here soon, or a coach role.
I guess.
I guarantee it. I mean, just look at, he took a big ass role on 2K22.
I'll give you that. Nakamura backstage interview next, where he says he hasn't forgotten what the Bloodline has done, and who so happens to be there off camera, none other than associate stooge Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre backstage interview next, where he hypes up the face-off. We then got Sheamus and Rich Holland versus The New Day in a tables match. Sheamus and Rich Holland got the win. They finally found Butch. This storyline they thought was good, it wasn't good. For all of that shit for Butch to be hiding under the fucking ring the whole time.
I'm telling you, it's stupid. I stopped caring once when they debuted. Like, once when I kept seeing Rich Holland picking up wins, I'm like, it's stupid. Why is this feud still going on? Why? For one, he dropped Biggie on his neck, broke his neck. Okay, boom. Thought y'all was gonna punish him? I didn't. Okay. Next, what will happen? Let's go ahead and continue the feud. Let's go ahead and let Rich Holland pick up wins instead of disciplining him or whatever. Then let's go ahead and have them squash them at Mania. And then after Mania, let's just continue it. Like, what's the point of it going on? It should have been over at Mania. That's it. I came out, Big E tired to try to get revenge. Y'all did. Y'all failed. Mission over. Move on. I don't want to see this shit no more. Why is it still going on? It shouldn't be going on anymore.
God fucking awful is what it is. Paul Heyman interview next, where he's interrupted by Sami Zayn saying that, telling Paul Heyman what he overheard Shinsuke Nakamura saying, and telling Paul Heyman that he will personally handle this for the head of the table, Roman Reigns. I don't know why Sami Zayn thinks that. Roman Reigns gives one ounce of a fuck about.
It's because he's trying to get himself that security, because he's they're kind of doing a three-way feud. Drew have his attentions on Roman's titles, right?
Right.
But Sammy thinks Drew is after him. So Sammy is going to try to use the bloodline as protection from Drew. That's all this feud is going to be, basically.
So Sammy screws Drew out of his Universal Championship.
He may do that, or may try to attempt to screw Roman or some shit, but it's going to lead into him getting his ass beat by the bloodline. That's how it ends.
All right, so Zayn then asks Adam Pearce for a match against Nakamura next week. Pearce says they can do it now. We then get chapter 5 of the Lacey Evans story, and she continues to talk about her story. I'm not gonna hold you, Salamander. I've been listening to these stories. Couldn't care one bit about Lacey Evans being.
Yes, I'm sorry because of the shit that she's been through, but goddamn, like, you trying to play this sympathy role is not gonna make me like you.
Nope,
it's not.
You're better off as a heel. It's not your fault. It's WWE's fault for not having competent writers who can book you in excellent storylines. But again, WWE decided to put her on the same brand as Charlotte Flair when she's obviously a Charlotte Flair wannabe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you, if she was anywhere near Charlotte Flair's ability and skill level, they would have canned Charlotte Flair years ago.
All right.
We then got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn got the win via count out. Hated it. I fucking hated it. I hate it.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because he said he'd handle it for him and he won the match. So on paper it says he won. So I don't know. Maybe the bloodline will work with him some type of way, offer protection for a week. We'll protect you next week because you did that for us or whatever. All right, boom. And then every week he gonna keep trying to go out the way to try to keep the protection. That's probably what they're gonna do.
He didn't handle shit though. Shinsuke Nakamura is still walking amongst us.
He won the match. Which, well, damn, this ain't AEW, I've been saying, because he won the match. Shinsuke pick up the loss, so it should take him back a few steps before he even be on Roman's shit. But I got WWE. You could lose 3 whole months in a row, and then the 4th month get a title match.
Drew McIntyre, RK Bro, Bloodline face-off ended in a big fight. SmackDown 5.
Yes.
Rampage results. Toni Storm, Ruby Soho beat Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker took the pinfall loss. Hook beat JD Drake with the red rum. Riho beat Yuka Sakazaki, which was a really good match to qualify for the women's Owen Hart. Jay Lethal beat I'm gonna get this wrong. Jay Lethal beat Konosuke Takashita.
You did better than me.
We now have the women's brackets. Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker versus the Joker. Ruby Soho versus Riho, and Red Velvet versus Hikaru Shida.
Mercedes Martinez
is the Joker.
Yup, for Britt Baker.
I was gonna say Athena.
It could be, but I'm going with Mercedes Martinez. Previous history with a way to wrap the story into a big ass circle. You see how she basically got thrown out, got kicked out of shit. She was only in AEW because of Britt Baker, so why not have her defeated in the first round?
I mean, it's not a bad move.
I mean, it's the obvious one. They're going for Shock Athena. They're going for a storyline. Mercedes Martinez.
Rampage wasn't that good.
Rampage is actually better than all the other shows. I'm giving it a 6.5.
I'd give it like a 5. I mean, it wasn't better than Legado del Fantasma and Tony D'Angelo having a sit down.
I mean, that's it.
The card.
That's it.
Why are you a hater?
That's it. Oh, that's it.
Why are you a hater?
That's it.
That's it.
I'm surprised you going. I'm surprised you protecting WWE.
I can't help that. This whole sit down was good. The whole sit down was good. It was average. No, it wasn't.
What MJF said, it was mid.
It was better than average, and they ended up kidnapping MJF's right hand. Tony D'Angelo's right hand man.
It was mid.
No, what was mid was AEW. What was mid was Rampage.
Y'all caught that?
That sit down was fantastic.
It only took KB to Mark 18 weeks to turn his back.
Whoa. I'm still the AEW guy through and through. I'll never turn my back on this great company and the great Tony Khan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never turn my back on it.
Let's play that back. Yeah. They heard you twice.
I'm sorry. We got to be objective. I'm sorry that I can be objective about my company. You can't. Moving on to the premium live event, WrestleMania Backlash. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins to open the show. I thought this was 5 stars.
Like I said earlier, I'm not for sure if I said at the beginning or before we started recording, but it's always the pay-per-views or the premium live events that the ones that we like least looking forward to be the ones that put on the best matches. The ones we looking forward to, they be having mid matches, and a few of them be good. But this one, everybody went up there and showed their ass off. Even Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin.
Yeah, I thought this match was fantastic. It really put over the questionable decisions of WWE by having Cody Rhodes win via Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of in a way, it's kind of like they're just spitting in their own babyface ways. But he was doing it because Seth Rollins did it. So it kind of puts it up in the air. And I like how they're adding that little thing of heelness to Cody.
Yeah.
What I don't like is Jimmy Smith saying, "Oh, he's been out of WWE for 6 years. Sometimes you can have ring rust." Like he didn't just come from AEW, leaving off on a 5-star banger with Sammy Guevara.
You know you can't mention that. That's it. But when he becomes champion, he gonna become arrogant.
Oh yeah, you can already tell.
Yeah, that's what's gonna lead into. That's why he's showing like them heel tendencies now. Like he's putting on the front and shit. He's Two-Faced basically. On this side, we seeing them smiles and shit, but he got a devious plan. He's devious. That's the only way I see this character working in WWE. Because he jumped ship. He literally took your character from AEW and brought it, copy and pasted to WWE. So you have to be a fucking heel. You can't be a face.
Well, he didn't
You gotta be not even a heel or face. You just gotta be devious. Like there's always that sneaky shit around you.
I would like that for Cody.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So before we move on,
You keep him guessing.
Who beats Cody for the belt?
That I would say nobody for right now because they're not building nobody. But till then, we can circle this question back around probably in a few weeks.
All right. Next up, we have Bobby Lashley versus Omos.
It was cool.
It was cool.
But did we need it again? Because was it better than the WrestleMania match?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. But did we really need it? No. We didn't.
I say yeah, because Omos got to get his win back.
But it's only because of that. It's only because we put Omos with MVP now, and MVP turned on Bobby Lashley. So now we got to give Omos a win back. But you would have kept it the way before. You didn't. The only reason why this shit happened is because they were desperately trying to put somebody on Omos as a manager. So what other way? Everybody else declined who they asked for it. So MVP was the next one. I mean, that's what it really was. But it's a direction that didn't need to go.
Nah, it was necessary. We got to get Omos' win back. We got to keep him looking strong.
Have him build up to it. Instead of having Bobby go out like that, have him build up to it. Have him like destroy people week after week after week. And then have MVP call Bobby out. Like, you've been hiding, you've been ducking. Omos want the smoke, basically.
Nah, you just didn't want your guy to lose. You got to stop with the bias.
I don't know. I can't.
You gotta stop with the bias. Edge versus AJ Styles. I thought this also was 5 stars. And Edge, go ahead. I was just gonna say, and Edge putting AJ to sleep was just a chef's kiss.
Yes. All of the matches on here, I would say, is arguably 5 stars for each one of them. But it felt good when you predict something months in advance and that shit really happened. Because I've been saying that Rhea Ripley was gonna be joining them. And the fact that she really joined them, I'm glad. Cause WWE, they don't do that. They don't put a man stable and add a female to it. They don't do that unless she is a manager. How they was using Alexa Bliss in NXT with Murphy and what's the other dude name?
Wesley Blake.
Yeah, Blake and Murphy, but they was using Alexa Bliss for that. How they use Carmella for Enzo and Big Cass and shit. Like that's the only time where a woman is in a men's stable and shit. So the fact that they actually added her in and she's actually gonna be a dominant character and she's just not gonna be on the sidelines and shit, that brings hope.
I'm not gonna shit on this as long as Naomi joins the Bloodline.
Yeah, Naomi need to join the Bloodline. I like what you said yesterday when we was texting, when you said AJ Styles and Finn should make their own stable, and I agree. And then Liv Morgan should join them.
Yes.
That might as well be the beginning. Fuck around, they can fuck around, bring 6 trio tags, but make it trio mixed tag titles.
That's not bad either. Yeah, that's not bad either.
Do that. That's how you can get some people on TV to have title reigns. Like Liv Morgan, you ain't ready for her to be the women's champion. You ain't ready for her to be the women's tag champion. Put this mixed trio titles on her. That way she could be carried, basically.
Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, I Quit match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda got the win. I didn't know how violent this was going to get, and I didn't like the ending, but everything else in the middle, it worked out really well. They did the best they could. I don't care about Ronda as a champion.
Ronda has no choice but to be going a motherfucking dominant run with the title. And then that's for one. For two, the ending happened like that because Charlotte, she's going to be off TV for a while, and she's going to get married to Andrade, and they about to have their honeymoon and shit. So that's the only reason why that happened like that. They tried to write off of TV for a while with that long-term injury shit. That's really it. But it was like, I would rather have that happen at WrestleMania for real. And then we could have got a first feud with Ronda, her first defense on WrestleMania Backlash.
They don't have anybody. Who's there?
Or set it up.
Sasha's title with Naomi. Ronda's a face now.
Ronda, I'm gonna say Ronda. She would have to face. I think this Lacey Evans shit is not that really. I don't think she'll be a babyface for real. I think she's trolling us with this babyface shit. She really gonna be a heel. Or you just say fuck it, bring Bayley back. She's a heel anyway, so bring her back.
I'm not trying to see Bayley lose.
Yeah, but shit, who you got? They booked themselves into a corner. So who do you have go up against Ronda? You have nobody. You have to do something. What you gonna do?
Nah, you got a point. Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. I thought this match did its job. It was better than I thought, but it was still a fine match for what it was.
Yeah, it was cool. I just like how he reversed. Well, not reversed, but he saw it coming. With Happy Corbin would do that slide out the ring, run around the ring, come back in. For the clothesline, I like how he basically timed that shit. So it's kind of like, he been with him for so long, he know his moveset.
Yes. Main event, Bloodline, RK Bro, Drew McIntyre. Bloodline gets the win. I love how they spaced this out and gave this a lot of time. Multiple hot tags, the Randy Orton hot tag. Once again, he's become the best person on the planet at hot tags and getting the crowd hype for him. Like the ending, don't know where we go from here though, because Roman pinned Riddle. Yeah.
Like I said, WWE, they booked themselves for so many nutshells. It don't make sense. But I seen a couple people saying that Drew McIntyre should have got the pinfall. They should have won. I don't think so. The best way to do this, Bloodline, they had to go off at the top. Usos, they can't afford to pick up no loss, because if they do, they're gonna get beat up by Roman. We already know that's true. And then Roman definitely can't take no loss and shit. So they did the best thing. But I'm saying Roman, he quick as hell. He quick as hell, because most people did not catch his that hot tag, not the hot tag, but the tag in. But Riddle had I forgot, either Jimmy or Jay on top. And then Roman got there just in time and tagged his foot. I seen it coming when this happened. I was like, watch, Roman gonna get in and get it. And once it happened, I was like, see, he quick as hell. He quick as hell though. But hey, it did what it needed to do. I knew that was gonna happen.
I missed the tag and I saw it on the replay. But before I saw it, I was wondering why is Roman in here hitting spear? Like that's very AEW. AEW loses track of who's the legal competitor in the ring all the time. Somebody just comes in, hits a big move. Now they're the guy. They're the legal person. So I love that about WWE, and I missed that tag.
Yeah,
so,
it just show you how good Roman is a veteran at the 6-man tag shit. Look where he came from, the Shield and shit. So they got a lot of experience of that, and I like how certain shit shows like he's been doing this single shit for so long, but it's like, you know, when it comes to the tag shit, like he didn't forget. It's like muscle memory. That's like he was so quick. And like your average tag team would have missed that tag. Roman, he's just quick as hell. He got there just in time.
No, I definitely agree. WrestleMania Backlash 6, but it's a very high 6.
I'm giving it a 7. Everything was positive, and that's the only reason that WrestleMania Backlash is the only reason that's carrying this week. If we ain't had no premium live event, this whole week would have been ass.
I give this whole week a 4.
Yeah, I'm giving it like a 6. All right, now that was the week, so now we about to get into these conversations. First thing first, we're going to talk about Roman Reigns. He's reportedly signed a new deal with WWE, but this time it's making him a part-time competitor. I think it's a good thing because I hear some people they say that this is the end of WWE. Now that Roman's going part-time, so forth and so forth, they're trying to put the belt on him. But I actually think it's good because Roman, he actually did, if you think about it, he did his dues and shit. He been with WWE for so long, for over 10 years for real. He's been full-time. So now, you know, and then if you want to take about what he did recently, he's been champion for damn near 2 years. Ever since 2020 when he came back, he's been on TV like damn near every week, carrying the show. So if you want to be part-time for a little bit, why not? It's not saying it's a permanent deal. He might go back full-time, but it's going to be part-time for right now. Why not? And shit. And then you think about it, I think it's a good thing because it can honestly, he's staying off TV for a little bit. He ain't gonna be like no Brock Lesnar that show up every 3 months and shit. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on TV. He probably just gonna be how they had him before and shit like that. Like, I think everybody thinking it's gonna be like a Brock Lesnar situation. I don't think so. I'm thinking it's gonna be more of he got a part-time deal, but he's not gonna be wrestling so many fucking house shows. But he's still gonna be there present on SmackDown and shit like that. Probably not gonna wrestle every week, but he's gonna be there in some type of way, cutting promos or being backstage and a backstage promo, some shit like that. But he's gonna be there. I think this deal is gonna consist of him not having to travel, doing house shows and all that shit for so much. You gotta think about that too. Anytime somebody go part time, it's not necessarily like they off TV shit for a long time. You gotta think about all the house shows that they do. They're like out of 365 days in the year, they on the road, want like 3/4 of that year and shit. So he probably negotiate for him to be on the road half of the year for real. He do house shows probably around the time of some of their big four and shit like that. That's probably all that. But it also gives a time for, you know, if he is off TV, it gives a time for your secondary titles to actually get up there and build prestige. But the way WWE's booking them, I don't think there's no saving that.
I think him going part-time is going to be a good thing as well. You know, a lot of times when your top guys are champions, you know, they're champions for 5-6 months, and then they have that little bit of time off, and then they come back. Roman's been doing this consistently. Yeah, he might take a week off here or a week off there, but he's consistently been there. Whether it was just a promo, whether he had a match, he was always there, and he's been doing this consistently for over 600 days. Right. So I think this is a good move for them. This will require them to build prestige to those mid-card titles. They will also have to make the next big thing. Who's the next guy after Roman? Maybe we catapult Seth to that next level. Maybe we go back to when Orton was really fucking shit up as a skinhead. Maybe we have him go back and turn on Riddle. Maybe we shoot Randy Orton into the stratosphere again. You need somebody who's going to be that larger than life character for them. And I think Randy turning on Riddle would make Randy that bigger than life athlete again.
Yeah.
But you need somebody.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Somebody.
I agree with that. So during WrestleMania Backlash, it was a commercial that was basically promoting Money in the Bank that starred Cody Rhodes. And basically he was saying that one man and one lucky woman will have a chance to have that WrestleMania moment if they win the Money in the Bank. So now it's looking like they changing the stipulations. I kind of think the stipulations were needed because the last few years Money in the Bank have not been living up to what it could potentially be. So I kind of do like that. The only thing that I feel like is taken away is the surprise of any moment the Money in the Bank winner could cash in. But if you do it like this, it kind of like they get the same reward as the Royal Rumble winner. And the way I took it as the Money in the Bank, they get, let's say, the Money in the Bank, right? The winner. They sign the contract, say Cody Rhodes win. On that contract in that Money in the Bank briefcase, it shows Roman Reigns, he got marked what title he won. He signed for the WWE title. That means that Universal title, he ain't got to defend it, right? So that's when the winner of the Royal Rumble will come play. Basically, the Money in the Bank people get first dibs, and whatever titles left over, whether the Raw or SmackDown Women's title or the Universal or the WWE title, the winner of the Royal Rumble will get the leftovers, basically. But if that's the case, if they do that shit, do Roman got to pull double duty? I mean, it is 2 nights now, so he could do it.
I think you're thinking too much into this. They said it like that because Cody Rhodes is going to do the most babyface thing ever. He's going to win Money in the Bank. He's going to show up on Raw. He's going to call out Roman. He's going to say, "I'll fight you at WrestleMania." That's when I'm cashing in. So do your best for a year to hold on to those belts. But either way, I'll have my shot at WrestleMania.
It could be. I don't know.
That way he guarantees himself a title match at WrestleMania, but doesn't guarantee himself the main event spot. So it kind of gives you a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
If you want somebody else to be the main event.
I mean, if you want to go that deep with it, yeah. But now it's time to talk about what I've been thinking. So every time Cody Rhodes come out, KB the Mark texts me and tell me how boring his entrance is. But honestly, I watched his WrestleMania entrance. I watched his AEW entrance. It fits for AEW, but WWE terms, I feel like it's too long. The only person who gets a pass for having a long ass entrance is The Undertaker. If you not The Undertaker, you cannot get to have a long ass entrance. I like it though, because I like how it comes on, it says, wrestling has more than one royal family. And then they get black, and then the smoke come up, and then the pyro boom, and then we see Cody, and then the music hit, and he come down. I like it like that. I like the fast paced version of it. Now, if he comes out like every now and then doing the premium live events, and he comes out do the long one where he comes up from the up under, I would like that too. But I don't want to see that every week, especially on no fucking Raw. He's coming out to cut a promo and he's doing all that extra shit. Get to the point. I don't want to see that shit. It's too long. Like, it fits for AEW, but WWE terms, like, you can't, no. They ain't about to have Undertaker come out, cut a promo, beginning of Raw, and then later on he got a match. And then we got to see this long ass entrance twice. No, they ain't about to do that. They're going to have him come out, cut a promo on that long ass entrance, then later on in the match, they're going to do some shit. It's going to be black, he's going to be in the ring, then they're going to get it popping. That's WWE. WWE don't do long entrances. So I like it in the terms of WWE, but AEW, if it doesn't, it don't fit with AEW. The long entrance do fit with AEW. Him come up under the ramp, so forth and so forth. All the extra stuff that fits with AEW, but WWE, it just don't rock like that.
I don't say it's boring. I text you, said they took the uniqueness out of it.
That's
which is
saying
what
it's
they
boring.
which is what they did, because in AEW he used to come from underneath. You had the slow build up and everything. You start off with the wrestling has more than one royal family, and then you get the music and you get the smoke coming up from the bottom. You just knew Cody Rhodes was coming when that happened. But in WWE, and I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to throw their little seasoning on it with the whole explosions, and boom, he appears. And
I fuck with that.
during the explosion, he appears. They make him appear out of nowhere like they're magicians, like it's magic. When you don't have to make it that difficult. Just have him come up from the underneath the ramp.
I have to highly disagree because, all right, Cody Rhodes copy and paste his character from AEW to WWE, right?
Yes.
We got that shit at Mania. Strictly copy and paste. That next day on Raw, we got a shorter version of his entrance. He didn't come up under the ring. Up under the ramp, but we got a sort of shorter version. Now we're starting to see how his entrance is gonna be. We allowing you to do this shit. We allowing you to basically take what you did at AEW, bring it over here, but we got to do something with that entrance. Everybody know WWE budget with the pyro. Your first couple weeks, shit, Bobby Lashley couldn't even have his pyro because we gave it all to you, basically. So now we got to shorten that shit. How about instead of doing that, how about we got we ain't gonna keep out, we ain't gonna take out the wrestling has more than one royal family. We gonna keep that in there, but we gonna eliminate the pace of you coming to the ring.
How long?
Eliminate that, and we gonna eliminate you coming up under the ramp, and we just gonna have the smoke appearing in the gorilla position, and then when the beat by the drop, we gonna have the pyro there, and then you gonna pop up, and then you make your way to your ring.
How long till they cut out the wrestling has more than one royal family?
I give it a few months, but hopefully they don't cut it out. Unless if they do cut it out, they're not gonna cut it out. They're gonna make it short. It's gonna be like wrestling has more than one royal family. Lights cut off, beat popping, smoke explosion. Cody. Instead of it being wrestling has more than one royal family. Lights slowly down. You get the beat creeping up. And all that stuff, like they're gonna eliminate that pace in between. That's how they did with Seth Rollins. It was the music, the dun 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 dun. There was a pause. It was dun 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 dun. And then eventually they was like, you know what, that pause is too long. So then that's where they add the burn it down, and then the beat start kicking. It's gonna be something like that. They're gonna eliminate that pause, but I don't think they're gonna get rid of that wrestling has more than one royal family, because that fits his character perfectly, because it's true. If you think about the royal family of wrestling, who comes to mind? The Anoa'is. To me, I think either the Anoa'is, the Harts, the Guerreros, the Flairs,
or the McMahons.
Yeah. Now, like, people don't really think about the Rhodes. Like, yeah, they really are. You think about it, they got Dustin, you got Cody, you got Dusty. I thought, yeah. You got all of them and shit. So it's like, yeah, that is true though. And if you, so I like that aspect of it though. Especially with him, because if you think about it, he was the one that brought back the original version of the Intercontinental title. Why not have him bring back that should just be Cody's shit. Every title he wins, if it's the original version of that title, he bringing it back. That should be his shit. He win the United States title, it looked like how I did in WCW.
He's been here for 2 premium live events, and he already feels like a WWE superstar.
He's a big star now. Look at he's already, you go to WWE.com, he's already on the face of Raw. He's basically promoting Money in the Bank. I mean, they making him the face of Raw, so they making him a top face. I say so far, everything in WWE that he's going is going good. It's going good so far for him. Now he can't necessarily control the ratings. As long as WWE's Raw is doing a higher than that average when he's on TV, that's great. overall, he can't control that because that's WWE. That's the bookings, the bullshit that they do. But as long as he doing more than they average, but he's currently on TV, that's good.
I guess his entrance feels very watered down.
Y'all go ahead and let us know in the comment section below what you think about Cody's entrance. Do you think it's better in WWE, or do you think it was better how it was before?
They're gonna agree with you. They love it.
Maybe not. But do you have anything else to say about this week of wrestling?
Dog shit. God awful.
Dog shit. Yeah, get this shit off my television. Next week, come back with some great shit. Come with some better shit than this AEW and WWE.
Yes.
God damn, Impact was better than y'all motherfuckers.
Under Siege, the return of Mia Yim.
Man. But go ahead and hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, push that notification bell for weekly uploads from us. And also follow us on Twitter if you want to interact with us, you know that, why not? To see exclusive videos and soon to come interviews, go ahead and check out our fan base. It's only $5 a month. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have some shit dropping in the summertime too. Man. But I'm Camillio Salamander. It's KB the Mark. Simply, we some fucking marks that love sports entertainment. Even though sports entertainment been letting us down for the last couple weeks.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.